Here's a post-production workflow from real-time robotics software, Camerabotics to Unreal. By now, you know how to animate your bot with Camerabotics. Here, I'm just going to do a quick time-lapse of a previs of a paper plane's point of view. We're going to take this animation and send it to Unreal to enhance the scenery and composite it later using tools like Nuke, Fusion, or After Effects. To export this animation from Camerabotics, we are using the FBX feature. We have a lot of toggles here, but for speed and the needs for this walkthrough, all I would be needing is the effector model for reference and the camera. Click Export and moving on to Unreal. Importing an FBX animation in Unreal is not as straightforward. Let's get into a level where we want to import the animation. Here I have an empty world since the scene is a plane's POV, so I need a world in which I could fly through. I'm going to create a folder here for the camera. Let's create a cine camera. Then, let's create a level sequence, which is Unreal's animation timeline. Now drag the cine camera to the level sequence. Right-clicking on the cine camera brings up a contextual menu. Click on Import and select your FBX file. An Import FBX menu comes up and make sure to turn off Match Name Only. Once imported, you'll see your keyframes displayed on the sequencer's transform. Extend the timeline and make sure to extend the camera cuts also. Press play and you'll see your animation. Now I'm just going to do a bit more extra here. Since this is a paper plane animation, what we animated is essentially only on the XY axis. Just like a theme park ride that's static, we are going to give the illusion of going forward. An empty actor will act as a null object in which I'll be parenting the cine camera in. With this, I'm keeping the X and Y animation we already made, and by adding an actor onto the sequencer, I'm creating a new Z axis for it to fly through. To give it some depth and motivation, we're going to sculpt the landscape. So head over to landscape mode and sculpt some terrain away. Lastly, to export this out for further post-processing using a compositor such as Nuke or After Effects, head over to the movie render queue. Add the settings you desire such as anti-aliasing and console variables, but one thing I would say the most important setting is to always render remotely when using for post. This brings up another instance of Unreal, which doesn't run the editor you're currently on and will render in a higher quality than what a local render can produce. Voila! And this is what I ended up using the plates from the bot and Unreal's render. And that's my workflow going from a robot using Camerabotics to Unreal.